Welcome, hockey fans, one and all, from Costa Rica to Montreal. We are here in Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica, at the only ice rink in Central America for today's youth skills challenge and just skills development section of our weekend. We are at the 6th International Hockey Tournament at the CastIllo Country Club in San Jose, Costa Rica. The very first time we've live streamed this. I'm with the Urban Hockey Foundation. My name is Eric Hammerstrom. I hope that you will appreciate this video. This is fantastic. You can see there are 50 hockey players in Costa Rica, and right now on the ice we have, along with their coach Jean-Philippe, who grew up in is from Montreal. Jean-Philippe in the orange. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 kids here. Several girls who are learning to play the game of hockey. And this is the hope, is that Costa Rica can grow this game. The dream for the 50 players here in Costa Rica is that they can grow the game enough that the IAHF someday would sanction them and allow them into international competition. Of course, that's going to take a lot of work. I'm going to show you the rink here. We've got just basically if you look at the ice, it's basically 2 offensive zones attached at the red line. They use blue lines, for gaining the offensive zone, and once they gain the zone, that blue line disappears, and they use the red line as the offsides of the offensive zone. This is a rink that was originally built for figure skating, and there are many more figure skaters here in San Jose than there are hockey players, and so the hockey players have to fight for ice time. And we're trying to bring recognition and of that, trying to help them out, get them a little publicity with these live streams. So we've got a couple of girls on the ice. That's exciting too. I know the IHF is trying to grow the women's game, and all around the world. In particular, I know that the IHF is has a position that they're going to be filling soon for a director of development for Central and South America. And I think that would be a fantastic thing if we could get those folks connected with the folks here at the CastIllo Country Club in Costa Rica, San Jose. I've been here since the 4th, since November 4th. My name is Eric Hammerstrom. I am with 2 different hockey nonprofits. I keep saying I'll try to strike that from my commentary. I work with the Carnegie Initiative. We're a 2-nation nonprofit. We have a board of directors in Canada and the United States, and we're named after Herb Carnegie, who was perhaps the greatest black player ever in the game. He never got the chance to play in the NHL because of the color of his skin. He played in the 30s, 40s, or early 50s. And then he created a youth organization, actually the very first registered hockey school in all of Canada, Herb Carnegie. And he was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. In 2022, I was there on the red carpet with other people working for the Carnegie Initiative, and I was there along with Bernice Carnegie, his daughter, and Rain Carnegie, his grandson, and Miles, his great-grandson. And it was a wonderful thing. This is the spirit of the Carnegie Initiative right here, is to help promote hockey, to make it welcoming for all. To let everyone know that they can be part of this great game. Oh, here we go. We've got some got some skills going here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set one camera up on this half of the ice. And I'm going to set another camera up on the other half of the ice. See? Here we go. It's not going to be perfect. We're going to have a gap in between. But we're going to go picture in picture. I wish I could make that bigger. I don't know how to make that bigger. But we'll go picture in picture. There we go. We've got picture in picture. And we've got, this is so cute. I'm just going to say, this is just fantastic. We've got two skaters on the ice here. And this is how hockey happens. This is how you start, right here. Look at this youngster. This is fantastic. We're going picture in picture. But unfortunately, I'm getting the same camera twice. But this is the joy right here. This is the joy. This is the future of ice hockey in Costa Rica. There we go. Now we're picture in picture with two different sides of the ice. Jean-Philippe in the orange is a youth coach. He is originally from Montreal, lives here in Costa Rica now. He just played with the home team, the CastIllo team, against a team from Detroit, the Duster Line from Detroit. And absolutely fantastic to see that he's here helping grow the game. This is very grassroots. This is as grassroots as it gets. Actually, the Urban Hockey Foundation, which I am part of, I joined them in August, is working to bring resources, to bring equipment to places like San Jose, Costa Rica, where they're trying to get hockey off the ground here. There are 50 players in the country, and we see a dozen kids out here learning to play the game. We are overjoyed and blessed to be able to help. You'll see on one end of the rink in the small picture in picture here, there are flags from 8 nations. There are people from 8 different countries here, Costa Rica being one of those 8. And all the folks who have come to this tournament, this international tournament, have been asked by the Urban Hockey Foundation to bring equipment donations, bags of equipment for the kids, so that this group here in San Jose, Costa Rica, can grow the game. They have a really hard time getting equipment here. Everything they buy, they have to buy on the internet. I just spoke with the gentleman before today's third place game, and the harsh reality is that he spent a lot of money on a pair of skates that came shipped from overseas, and they were the wrong size. But you know, you don't really know if the skates fit unless you have a hockey shop where you can be properly fitted for skates. You know, you're just kind of, you don't even have a Canadian Tire or a Walmart where you could at least try them on. You'll notice here we have a young lady who's here, Coach Jean-Philippe, coaching her on the speed skating competition that we're having. And then on the other side of the ice, we've got another youngster. Fantastic. And they are getting a lot of attention from their coaches today. I'll try to keep the picture-in-picture here, so so we can see the whole ice. The older kids seem to be coming over to this side, and the younger littles are on the other side. Another young lady here, getting set for the speed skating competition. We've been live streaming the tournament, this whole tournament weekend. 10 games so far. And the folks from Costa Rica have been very appreciative of that. I'm doing this as part of the Urban Hockey Foundation. So much fun. The crowd's going nuts for the kids here. They're really having fun. Got a pretty good crowd for our kids' practice. This is CastIllo Country Club. A little bit about this rink for you. This rink is the only rink in Central America. It is originally a figure skating rink, and so you'll notice that a lot of the skaters here are girls. This number 22 here, for example, and so there's a lot of figure skaters, and so a lot of girls are involved in figure skating here. The hockey players have to fight for ice time. It's kind of the opposite of Canada and the United States, where figure skaters often fight for ice time with the hockey players because there's so many hockey players and so much ice time need. There's never enough ice. But here, some girls from the figure skating group, I guess, have been watching the live streams of the game, and I learned from the director of the hockey program here that several of the hockey playing girls watched the live streams and decided that they really wanted to play hockey and not just figure skate. And so this is fantastic. And we see another girl coming into the far corner there in this speed skating competition. So this is really exciting. Now, from a growing the game standpoint, this is grassroots at its finest. We have people from the Urban Hockey Foundation here from 7 different countries, Canada included, Sweden, and from Germany, Bavaria, along with the United States and other Latin countries, Ecuador, in Mexico. The reason that we're here is really, the wholesome is the word. This is just absolutely fantastic. I think this is one of the most fun things I've ever done in my hockey life. Is come here and just encourage people who are literally starting hockey from scratch for their country. There are a total of 50 players in total in Costa Rica. Those 2 are really good skaters. You know, like, these kids are going to be good. These kids are going to grow up and be good. They've got coaches who used to live in Canada and live in Costa Rica now. I interviewed a young man who was a 15-year-old goaltender at the end of this morning's 3rd place match between CastIllo and a team from Detroit called the Duster Line, and they're brought here along with the Urban Hockey Foundation. These young ladies are doing great. I'm so excited to see this. I know that the International Ice Hockey Federation is working hard to grow the women's game all over the world, and it's been quite successful. And I think things like the Professional Women's Hockey League and access to YouTube, folks here in Costa Rica can watch every PWHL game for free. It's possible. Women worldwide can be excited about ice hockey, and here they have a chance to get involved and give it a try. This is just fantastic, and so I think that they are having this might be the girls championship here. I'm not positive on that, but the speed skating. But you can see the joy, you can feel it, and a lot of the time in the hockey world, it just becomes a job. At the Canadian Tire Jumpstart sponsored event in Toronto with the GTHL at the launch pad a couple of years back. We had a talk about, what do we do? How do we make hockey a better world for everyone? One thing that was mentioned was just that the fun disappears. It becomes about winning and being the best, and there are a lot of roadblocks for kids just to become involved. And how do we tear those down? This is one way, right here. Bring the game to new places. Find people, teach them to play. Help them find equipment. Earlier, yesterday actually, Eduardo Ramirez, excuse me, a video game designer from Costa Rica here, from San Jose, Costa Rica. He's on the CastIllo team. He shared that it's very difficult to get equipment, and miraculously this last year, a cargo ship, one of those giant cargo ships, the container ships, came into the harbor in Costa Rica, and it had a container full of Walmart hockey equipment, and it was like the greatest Christmas ever for the hockey players here in San Jose and the folks in Costa Rica. It's where their sticks came from. A lot of the other equipment, and so that was a blessing. And hopefully, the Urban Hockey Foundation's efforts here will bring more equipment for the kids. My apologies. I speak only a little bit of Spanish, poquito. I do a good job speaking Canadian, though. I only speak a tiny little bit of French, but I live in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and so we're not quite Canada, and it's a lot of fun to be involved with hockey at a different level. I was a coach for a long time, and I was a goaltender for my playing career. Played into college at Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut. And now we've got our sharpshooter drill here. I'm pulling close on this. We should be able to have some fun with this now. Okay, so here we go. There's that. We're gonna go turn the picture on, and I'm gonna bring camera one over. Well, this will be neat. Let's put the picture out there. Now, an interesting thing, like this is probably the most fun I've had as someone from the hockey world in a long, long time. The last time I had this much fun was a blind hockey championship. If you've never seen blind hockey, go to Blind Hockey Canada. They have a great YouTube site. They live stream all of their games, and some of those games you'll find at their YouTube channel. We're at Mattamy Arena. This was a little more than a year ago. We had elite hockey players, I believe, from 4 countries together for that tournament, and they played for the Carnegie Cup. It was a Carnegie Cup Blind Hockey Championship, and it was fantastic. Because I think people like me, we forget. We're in this hockey world. We start out on skates. I did when I was 3. Started playing when I was 4. Oh, nice shot here. We've got our sharpshooter skills competition going on for these Costa Rican kids, and so the beauty of it is that gosh, when I was 4 years old, I couldn't wait to go to the rink. Now, it was so exciting. It was the biggest biggest thing was getting to go to the ice rink and be part of hockey. And then, as a kid, you get off the school bus and you literally run home to get your skates and run down the hill to the park where there's an outdoor rink, and that joy is absolutely unbelievable. And that's the age of these kids, and you forget how special it is, and unless you get involved. And the thing with the blind hockey players are adults, most of whom lost their vision later in life. This youngster is sniping. Fantastic effort. Just sniping. Gets a pat on the head there from Jean-Philippe, who's from Montreal. We'll get him on the horn for an interview later. I just got a text from Karina Villegas. Wonderful. Okay, this young lady has gotten that lower right-hand side. What would be the goalie's glove side, low glove side? Oh, low stick side corner too. This little one's a sniper. This is the future of Costa Rican hockey in Central America, right here. I remember being little and trying to raise the puck for the first time. This is fantastic to see. The crowd is cheering. This is wonderful. So what we've got a goaltender coming out onto the ice now. Youth goaltender. There are 4 goaltenders in Costa Rica. No joke, 4 goaltenders, and so it's great that this youth program is developing another goaltender here. It's a matter of learning to skate, yes, but a lot of players here learn to roller skate and to rollerblade and play roller hockey first, but then they have to make that transition to ice, and it's a difficult transition for people. But we've got another young lady here. Working on her shooting ability. She's a pretty good skater. But you can see, if this continues, if we can get equipment here to these folks, if we can get resources, a bigger ice rink for them, perhaps one with end boards or plexiglass, over the end boards, instead of just netting, so that the game can continue if the puck is shot in higher than the top of the boards. If we can get resources to these folks, they can grow this game. Oh my goodness, wait till you see this little one coming up now for the shooting competition. This is fantastic. I just got a text from Karina Villegas thanking me from the United States. She is a member of the board of directors, the U.S. board of directors of the Carnegie Initiative. She is a 2018 world champion sled hockey player, and she has been spending time this week at the NHL Sled Hockey Classic. They're doing a showcase for sled hockey. The NHL is, and Karina's there. But I know that her life dream, is to bring sled hockey to Latin America. She was, as a young person in Venezuela, she lost a leg in a horrible accident and had to leave to America. Was granted political asylum and is a U.S. citizen. And she's growing the game of sled hockey in Florida right now, on the Space Coast in Cape Canaveral, and doing what you can to grow the game worldwide, in North North America and Canada and the U.S. Through her work with the Carnegie Initiative, along with Josh Pauls, who's captain of Team USA sled hockey. So it's exciting to know that she's watching here. Earlier today, I corresponded with Sherry Hudspeth of the Golden Knights. She's a director of youth hockey development for the Vegas Golden Knights, and they are working to grow the game in Mexico. Connected her to one of my colleagues who's here today, Jorge, who runs a rink and a hockey program in Cuernavaca, Mexico, just outside of Mexico City. And the Vegas Knights have been helping develop players in Mexico and several different cities. I think they just had a bunch of young players from Mexico as their guests in Vegas. You think Central America, and the thought of an ice rink is something that seems kind of foreign for Central America. This young lady is picking the lower corners. I love to see the ponytail halfway down the back of her jersey. It makes me think of the PWHL and the jerseys this year with the names on the bottom, so that you could see her name. It's fantastic. Just a lot of energy here. Costa Rica is blessed to have Jean-Philippe here. And the other 50 men and women who are playing hockey who are also focusing their efforts on holding tournaments like this to grow the game, to create exposure. I'm glad to help them by doing this live stream and let people know, look at these kids. Look at these kids out here on a Sunday in San Jose, Costa Rica. People think Costa Rica, they think surfing. And there's good reason to. Actually, a bunch of the guys from Detroit's, the Duster Line teams, there's 2 Detroit teams here. They went down to Jaco Beach this week, and they went surfing. And they had a great time. Today, some of them are heading up to see a volcano, and some are going to hot springs. One group from Detroit just finished the 3rd place game. They won 3rd place for this tournament. They defeated the CastIllo Country Club team, the local host team, CastIllo from San Jose, Costa Rica. And a hard-fought game. Later today, we'll have the finals. Another young lady, she's sniping. She's got the bottom corners. Can she snipe the top? She can't. But oh my gosh. Again, the ponytail, you gotta love that. So a lot of Duster Line players, they've come down here to help grow the game. But you get a little vacation out of it too. It's the rainy season here. It's been raining pretty constantly. The other day we got 2 inches of rain just in the day, just so you realize I've never seen rain like they have here in Costa Rica. And so prior to the start of the tournament, I showed up just in time to start live streaming all the games here. But prior to that, my wife and I spent 4 days and nights, 5 kilometers up the mountainside from a town called Dominical. It's a surf town. Beautiful. And we got to do things like ride ATVs up into the rainforest and into the cloud forest, and up over the top of the mountain range into central Costa Rica. We were about 2 hours away from Panama, if you're looking on the map. We were there. And we're not far from the equator here. And so, you can do ice here. You can. This rink proves it. And that's fantastic. Of course, we can do it in Texas. We can do it in Arizona. Why can't we do it here? It's a matter of making it happen and bringing resources. This is great. Absolutely great. Now, one person I've gotten to know over the course of my work with the Carnegie Initiative is a singer-songwriter, famous folk writer from Canada, and she has a fantastic song called the Hockey Song. I might play that in a little while here. I'll see if I have it on my computer. She gave me the rights to use it, actually, for blogs. That would be really fun to play here. Her name is Jane Seabury. She goes by Isa. And somewhere on this computer of mine, I have her tune. I think I found it. Great. I'm getting now. My next job is to figure out how to play it into my system. If I can figure that out. Here we go. I'm gonna pull it in. I think I can do this. Honestly, we are going to have. Looks like we're going to have breakaways now. We'll keep one camera on from some center ice. Over. Camera 2, come on. There we go. Okay, so we'll have one camera. Oh. Not cooperate. We'll go with one camera. Center ice over. Right there. Get the net. And then we're going to take a look at the other camera. And let's do it tight here. Then we'll go picture in picture. All right, let's switch the picture in picture. There we go. Nice move. Developing a goaltender is a very important thing too for this hockey program. There are only 4 goaltenders in the entire country. one of the goaltenders on the CastIllo team that finished 4th in the tournament here. Lost to a Detroit team earlier today. He was 15 years old. And his father is from Edmonton. His mother's Costa Rican. And his grandparents were here. The grandparents from Edmonton. And they're really just elated to have the kids being able to play hockey. They've been playing since they were Timbits, basically, here on this sheet of ice at CastIllo Country Club. And they're so glad to have this event happening. It's been exciting for them. Really wonderful people. Let's see if I play the song here. Will it come into my switcher? We'll see. We're gonna give it a try. And I've got the family version. If Isa, if Jane Seabury, if you're worried, I've got the family version. So should be okay. Seem to have audio coming for the song. We'll figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out. Don't you fear. We'll get Jane Seabury's hockey song going here soon. Folks in Canada may have heard it. Folks from the States may not have. But I had a wonderful conversation with her. She was so excited to hear what the Carnegie Initiative was doing. I think she'd be excited about this Urban Hockey Foundation work too. Now we've got one of the littles, one of the Timbits, Costa Rican Timbits for you. Whoa! The future of Costa Rican ice hockey there for you folks. So fun, so fun. Yeah, I know. We've got an older goaltender with these littles, and you know, what he's playing is really encouraging. He's given them stuff to shoot for, and so they have an opportunity to score, even though he's an older athlete. See how he's giving them space to shoot. So that's really encouraging, and that's what's exciting. There's no feeling like putting a puck in the net. That feeling of raising your hands in victory, that's actually one of the greatest feelings a human can experience, is that moment of joy. It's what we do when we cross marathon finish lines, is our arms automatically raise over our head, and that's what happens when a goal is scored. You raise your arms above your head in sheer joy, and that's what happens too when they hand you the Stanley Cup someday. A little break here in the action. This is a kids skills competition, live from San Jose, Costa Rica. The CastIllo Country Club, the only ice rink in Central America. I'm Eric Hammerstrom. I'm here doing this live stream. I work with 2 different hockey nonprofits. I work with the Carnegie Initiative to make hockey more inclusive and accepting of others, make it a more welcoming hockey world. And I also work with the Urban Hockey Foundation, which is why I'm here today. The Urban Hockey Foundation works to bring equipment donations to people who are trying to grow the game. Sometimes in out of the way places, sometimes in heart of Harlem. Actually, we've done equipment donations with ice hockey in Harlem. Shout out to Malik Garvin and JJ Velez. Malik is the director of ice hockey in Harlem. Shout out to him. We brought some equipment to him. Equipment to the Clark Park group in southwest Detroit. The Urban Hockey Foundation has brought equipment to Kenya, which was just recently recognized by the International Ice Hockey Federation. See Bangladesh, Egypt. And so this is a relatively unknown 501c3 not-for-profit, the Urban Hockey Foundation. This is what the Urban Hockey Foundation does. Brings equipment to these kids. And the donation will happen, I think, today. The equipment donation following maybe the championship game of this tournament between a team from Los Angeles and a team from Lexington, Kentucky. Well, we've got the basically the showdown competition here. Got another goaltender suited up now. There are 4 goaltenders in Costa Rica. Oh, and I see my counterpart here with the Costa Rican hockey contingent, Eduardo, is coming over to help. Come join me.
Sure.
Hello, Eduardo. Eduardo Ramirez, correct?
Yes.
Eduardo Ramirez is a video game designer here in Costa Rica. And he is one of the 50 hockey players in the country.
Yes.
This is exciting to see the kids here.
Oh, yeah. It's been fun to watch them.
And I know, well, kids love video games too, right?
Yes, they do.
And hockey and video games are probably 2 of the favorite things for an awful lot of young players. And this is really fun. I want to point out that there are boys and girls on the ice here in Costa Rica. How many young players in the youth program?
In the youth, it's 15.
15
to 20.
20.
Sometimes
15 to
they
20.
are around. Sometimes they cannot. But in the average is 15. Currently, I believe I counted 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, a dozen here today anyway. Not counting the goaltender. I think that would be 13 with this young goaltender.
Yeah.
And then and Jean-Philippe is the main coach for the kids, and he's from Montreal.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's in the orange jersey out here today for this practice. That, by the way, That is a jersey from the Orange Jersey Project. Oh my goodness.
Is it?
I didn't realize that. That's an Orange Jersey Project jersey. I want to give a shout out to Stefan Friday of Hockey Indigenous. He's the only other person I've personally, like in person, seen wearing an Orange Jersey Project jersey. But Every Child Matters is on the front of the orange jersey. Let's see if I can zoom in here for you. And I can tell you about the Orange Jersey Project later. But oh my gosh, this is absolutely wonderful to see. There's an Orange Jersey Project jersey, Every Child Matters, here in Costa Rica. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. And you can see the indigenous design on the front of Jean-Philippe's jersey. Wow, it's really special. So, once upon a time. Yeah. Oh, I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you about my friend here. Yeah.
You're not doing this.
Yes, I am. This is great. This Eduardo is a video game designer, and his most famous game is Mayo. My name is Mayo, and I was looking it up on the internet today, and it's a hit.
It is.
It's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. I'm going to tell you about the Orange Jersey Project. Phyllis Webstad. Phyllis Webstad was a little girl.
All right.
First Nations child in Western Canada. And for the indigenous people of North America, a very sad chapter of our history is that the children were often taken from their parents and taken to boarding schools, which are called residential schools in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
They were separated from their parents. Their hair was cut. They were forbidden to speak their language. And they were taught to assimilate into the white American and white Canadian culture. Often they were taught domestic chores and then became servants. It was actually a very sad chapter, I think, in our nation and in Canada's history. Canada has worked to try to reconcile a bit. They have a Truth and Reconciliation Act, whereby law, corporations and towns and organizations must be truthful about the past between them and the First Nations, and must work to reconcile. So it's a huge step forward that the people of Canada have made. That has not yet happened in the United States. Very few people in the States know about the boarding school system where children were taken from their parents. We just don't talk about that, I guess, much.
Is it related with that program?
That's the Orange Jersey. That's what the Orange Jersey is. So Phyllis Webstad was a little girl. She lived with her grandmother.
Okay.
Her grandmother loved her very much, but the Royal Canadian Mounted Police contacted the grandmother and told her they were going to take Phyllis to the residential school. And they told her what day they would come and get Phyllis and take her. So Grandma took Phyllis to the store. She wanted her to be proud and be excited about going to a new school instead of terrified about it.
Okay.
And she bought her a beautiful orange shirt at the store, and Phyllis loved it. It had embroidery and tassels, and she was very proud of her new outfit, and was very proud as the Mounted Police took her off to her new school. And when Phyllis arrived at the new school, the first thing they did was line the kids up, strip them of their clothes, throw the clothes into the fire.
Ouch. Yeah.
And she never saw her orange shirt again. and it broke her heart.
Of course.
Years later, she started a program called that's basically called the Orange Shirt Project. It's become a national thing in Canada. On the front of the orange shirts, or on the back of the orange shirts, it says "Every Child Matters," and all across Canada, people wear orange shirts.
All right.
And all across America, people wear orange shirts on Orange Shirt Day. It's called Orange Shirt Day.
Okay.
And it's when we remember. We've got a bunch of players from the Duster line are out here now. I'm going to turn the picture off and show you. Now we've got a bunch of adults here with the kids. And now, so Phyllis's son, who I have corresponded with several times, fantastic man. He is a lacrosse coach and a hockey coach. And while his mother began the Orange Shirt Day, he began the Orange Jersey Project, and this is his jersey.
Oh no!
Yeah, that he has created.
That's awesome. That's
they in Canada, the Orange Jersey Project last year gave out to 1,000 hockey teams, youth hockey teams. They gave out 20 jerseys to 1,000 teams across Canada, orange jerseys.
Wow.
For practice. And of course, you know, like most of the teams, their colors aren't orange. Their teams wear red and white, or black, or black and white, and
or black. Yes.
Well, yeah, right, yeah, and they're hockey colors. Orange is not the typical hockey color.
Yeah.
And so every one of the kids asked the coach, "Coach, why are our jerseys orange?" And that's where the conversation begins between the coach and the youngster. The Orange Jersey Project provides educational materials for the coaches and advice on how to explain what happened in the past.
Wow,
and
awesome.
when the kids say, "Why is this jersey orange?" they tell the story of Phyllis and of the residential schools and what happened to First Nations children in the past. And it's an introduction to that part of our history that happens in Canada. That is not happening in the States yet. I would love to bring the Orange Jersey Project across into America and help out the Orange Jersey Project that way. You know, I'm hoping that can happen someday. My dream is to bring that to the States. You know, but it's wonderful to see Jean-Philippe.
Yeah, that is awesome. I didn't know.
Yeah, wearing his orange jersey. That's a really a special thing to see. Here in Costa Rica, Jean-Philippe is remembering the history of the First Nations of Canada and what happened to Phyllis Webstack.
I just saw the shirt and was like, "Whoa, that's a nice shirt."
It's very nice. It's beautiful design. It's done by an Indigenous artist, a First Nation artist in Canada. And there's a group I want to plug here, Hockey Indigenous, Stefan Friday and Abigail Linklater received a Herb Carnegie Trailblazer Award for starting the group Hockey Indigenous. Once upon a time, they live in Timmins, outside of Timmins. They are Cree, from the Cree First Nation, and Abigail and Stefan once upon a time couldn't find any information about which hockey players were Native, which were Indigenous, who in the NHL had been First Nation, and they couldn't find any websites that had that information. So they made their own. They created their own website. Awesome. And just yesterday, this is so exciting. Just yesterday, I saw on LinkedIn that Hockey Indigenous has now scheduled the very first Indigenous Hockey Championships in Canada. They're going to have a Canadian First Nation Hockey Championship this next year. I'm very excited for them. If Stefan and Abigail are listening, I would love to volunteer my time and equipment, that I have, the same equipment I have here, of course, to live stream the championships, if that would be
awesome.
If they would allow it, if that would, I would love to help them.
All right.
Well, I'm going to stop talking now. Eduardo, I want you to take over. We've got the kids versus the adults here.
Yes, TDL Black, or the Duster Line, is making a friendly match with against the kids. It's 3 against, let's say, 5.
There's no crying in hockey.
No, absolutely not.
We are here in San Jose, Costa Rica, the only ice rink in Central America. These kids are the future of hockey in Costa Rica, hockey in Central America. There are boys and girls here. There are a dozen youth players. They are right now playing against the team from Detroit. Oh! And the kids score. That's great to see. They're playing against a team from Detroit, but the team from Detroit also has a couple of guests playing with them. They have
yes.
Jorge Jimenez from Mexico, who is from Cuernavaca. It's great to see.
They also have Carlos Campos. He's a local player.
A local player from
Costa
here in
Rica.
San Jose.
Yeah.
San Jose. Okay. Excellent. And boys and girls are here, so we've got, hopefully we're growing the game in a way that can one day make your dream happen with the IAHF. That's your dream, right?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, it is a dream.
It is.
Just need more dedication and, passion is there.
Nothing happens without a dream.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to paraphrase a shirt that I bought. This was wonderful. Actually, we did Moretti tours. Don Moretti was our tour guide. We did an ATV tour up into the mountains.
Oh, really?
And Don Moretti's, the company's business shirt that he and his employees were wearing, on the back it said, "Don't let your foolish thoughts get in the way of your dreams."
Oh, strong one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And it was wonderful to see. And so my wife and I bought shirts because that's what they said on the back. Don't let your foolish thoughts get in the way of your dreams.
Awesome. That's
Don
awesome.
Moretti.
And you bought them here?
Yeah, we were in Dominical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were up the mountains from Dominical.
Well, that's a nice souvenir. Speaking of souvenirs and jerseys, I have something for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
My shirt.
Oh, my goodness. Your jersey.
Yeah.
Oh.
My name is Eduardo, but I said Eduardinho just for fun.
Eduardinho.
Like Brazilian.
Oh my gosh! Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it.
I really enjoyed this.
Oh, this is fun. And now I know like you've seen this equipment set up. I can help you if you wish to put something like this together.
We
here.
will.
Okay.
We were discussing that early in the morning. Like, yeah, we're gonna invest it in this. This is something we need to get some visibility, of course.
Well, you've already got computers that are more than ready for video game quality video. You have that. All right, and so that's one thing you would need. This software that I'm using is called OBS. It's Open Broadcast software, and so it's free.
Over there, awesome.
And then YouTube. I have a gift.
Thank you very
from
much.
Eduardo. Is that fun?
A yellow one. I'll find the black one too.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to turn our mics off for a second here.
I'm back. All right. So 3-1. The kids still winning. And the Duster line is losing by 2.
Okay, Eduardo, I'm back.
Awesome.
And so I would say if I am totaling in my mind, doing the arithmetic.
Oh, nice shot.
Less than $2,000 for this setup. For
That's
$2,000.
Oh, really?
Less than $2,000. Yes.
Listen?
For this whole setup.
Oh, no way.
This the joystick control for the 2 PTZ cameras. This joystick control is I think less than $250.
Right.
This switcher from it's an 8 Mini Pro from Blackmagic Designs. About $250. It's a 4-feet switcher. This is about $500. This Rodecaster Pro 2. Maybe a little more than 5, but this is a wonderful audio board that actually is a full sound
I'm guessing this is
studio
a
in
sound
one.
effect thing?
Pardon? Yes.
Like,
yeah, sounds and soundtracks. Let's see.
Awesome.
There we go. Yeah. There you go, and so all different sound effects and built in with that soundboard. That's a Rodecaster is what it's called, and then these are called PTZ cameras. PTZ means pan, tilt, zoom.
Okay.
So pan is to go left, right, this way. Tilt is up and down, and zoom is in and out. And that is what is controlled here by the joystick. If you turn this way, we zoom in. If we turn this way, we zoom out.
Yeah.
And we joystick left and right. That's panning. And
Awesome.
so it's pan, tilt, zoom. Controller. This is from Huddle Cam, but the PTZ cameras are separate. Actually, you could they make them much less expensive than these. I got these used for $750 each.
$750.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you could get PTZ cameras. That would be a way to get started.
Okay.
For less than $500.
Oh.
If you there's a place that I recommend, and this is if people are wondering about the live streaming, a place I recommend. It's absolutely wonderful. I know you have to buy most things online.
Yeah.
I'll take you to a website here. bhphotovideo.com is a wonderful bhphotovideo.com.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, B&H Photo Video is based in New York City. Has everything you could need for video and audio. It's a really a neat company. It's owned by Orthodox Jews, and who live in New York City, and they are wonderful. Their customer service is fantastic. Their website is up 24/7, but you cannot purchase anything or order anything from sundown on Friday night until sunset on Saturday night, because that's the Sabbath.
Yeah.
It's their Sabbath, and so they don't allow even their website to work on the Sabbath. Yeah.
Not even add to cart, or
You can't put anything in the cart.
Interesting fact about a website.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
it's
understand.
wonderful.
I understand the reason.
Yeah, it's their religion, and and so it's a neat company. It's just with interesting ethics. I appreciate who they are, and so I want to give them a shout out. I'm sure they would be absolutely fantastic for you to work with.
Yeah, sure.
And they would be very supportive of your efforts to bring your on video set here.
To contact them and make this thing happen. Like we were discussing this. Like, hey, we should make this investment, and we will.
Awesome. And I'll be happy to help. Happy to help.
Even the locals are enjoying this. Like this is online. They can watch the the replays and everything. Even you know who was happy yesterday? El abuelo.
El abuelo.
Yeah, he was listening, and shout out to the El abuelo for keeping it up.
El Abuelo, by the way, if you're just joining us, El Abuelo is one of the 4 goaltenders in Costa Rica. There are 4 goaltenders in Costa Rica, and El Abuelo is one of them. Grandpa.
Yeah, grandpa.
The grandpa. And he's 70 years old. And he played really well yesterday.
Yeah.
I was very
Great
impressed.
saves.
Very impressed.
So match is over and the kids won.
The kids won.
Yes.
Hooray.
So the official coach is Jean-Philippe.
Jean-Philippe. Okay. We'll get him for an interview over here, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Bring him over and talk. He will. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they're getting a team picture together here with the duster line.
So the helpers and also the coaches are the ones with the suits.
Yeah, in the suit.
Josue.
Who?
Josue.
Jose.
Josue. Yeah.
Josue.
Almost. And Luis Diego Ramirez, the other one on behind. They are the team that they are working with the kids, and they are investing their time on the future of this sport.
Oh, fantastic.
That guy.
Oh, he is, what's his name?
Luis Diego Ramirez.
Diego Ramirez.
Yeah.
These are the folks